Now, the trade embargo, is that going to remain in place? The answer is yes, at least for now. Many are hoping this change in Cuban leadership is a hopeful sign for a more democratic form of government for the island nation. I say, no way. They're going closer to what China's doing right now. Raul is going to be in charge. You know, Big Brother Fidel has set the bar pretty low for you, Raul. I mean, maybe you should be a little more receptive to change, or at least cut back on the torture and the murder kind of stuff. Michael Smerconish, he does morning radio on 1210 AM, WPHT, the Big Talker, our affiliate for radio. Also, the author of Murdered by Mumia. He is Mumia. I can't say it. Murdered by Mumia, life sentence of loss, pain, and injustice. Mike, first let me start with this. I've got a picture of you with...
Am I clothed?
That's disturbing. Why would I have it? There's you and Fidel Castro, believe it or not superimposed. You going there as somebody who was a Hollywood fan?
No, I'm still waiting for my Hollywood break. I was there theoretically as a journalist. I was there covering for the Philadelphia Daily News a discussion between Senator Arlen Specter and Fidel Castro. And yes, it was one of those long dinner, entertaining kind of evenings. I didn't come home a fan of the guy, but I did.
You find him charming? Did you find him a genius?
I found it, no, but I did find him to be engaging. I can understand how he's survived apart from all the violence. But what I came home convinced of, Glenn, is that this embargo is an abject failure. I mean, what it's achieved is the purpose that it did not set out to do, which is it's kept him in power. It gave him a built-in excuse to blame the standard of living on the Americans. And we ought to get rid of it if we really want to get rid of Castro, Raul, or whoever is to follow them.
Some people are saying today that, like, well, Bush, he's saying that, hopefully there'll be a little more democracy there. I don't see this coming. I think the world is moving towards a system that's like it's being set up now in Russia, that's being set up in China, where you got a dictator at the top, but you open up the economic bands of a country. I think they're going to open up some of the economic power of this country, but they're still going to be stomping on their people. Agree or disagree?
Agree, probably. But, Glenn, here's the twist, and you can appreciate this because you're a political junkie of sorts. Florida holds the key. I mean, the answer here, and we're in the midst of it right now...
I'm tired of Florida holding the key. They always choose wrong.
Well, but they do hold the key in this respect. Every candidate running for president, every 4 years, they get down and they all thump on their chests and they try and outdo one another relative to their beer muscles against Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
And consequently, everybody pledges that they're going to maintain the embargo, and therefore it never changes. But the embargo is the reason he survived, not the reason why now he's out of power.
The go-to-war vow that so many of these countries have, like China and Russia. Russia right now is beating its chest. Chavez will come up and he'll beat his chest up in Cuba. Raul can beat his chest. You say it's because of the embargo. The scariest thing for me is that these countries who like to beat their chest, Cuba can't do anything. They have no money. But if they couple their system, like China is coupling their systems together, they not only have the dictator to do it, but they also have the ability to buy bread and butter and keep their people in food and bullets to be able to cause real problems for us. Do you have are you more concerned today than you were yesterday about having Cuba an enemy?
No,
just 90 miles south?
No, I'm not. My wife has the solution. She said fly a 747 over Cuba and drop out some Game Boys and give their kids a little taste of what it's like to be an American growing up in a capitalist system. I think if we want them to change from within, it's not to shut them down economically. And by the way, Glenn, the embargo's a fraud. Do you know that I flew to Havana on a subsidiary of American Airlines? There was a Christmas tree in the lobby. I mean, there are signs of Christianity, believe it or not, there. When I dried my hands in the men's room, I looked closely at the dryer. It said, made in Illinois. I drank Coca-Cola. A Michael Douglas movie was playing in the Times Square. I mean, they're all going through these subsidiary companies and doing business. We've got to end the charade.
Okay, Michael Smerconish, thank you very much.